Welcome to Made the Old School Way. If you enjoy real work, real tools, and real time, leave a like and subscribe. Today I'm following a clog maker in a small workshop where wood becomes something you can actually live in. It's not flashy. It's measured, part hand, part machine, and all of it guided by feel, grain, moisture, and the kind of patience you can't fake. Let the sounds do their job, and watch how a simple block slowly earns a human shape. They start with the material the way an old shop always does, quietly. A rough block is turned over in the hands, not to admire it, but to read it. The grain, the density, the dampness held inside. A shoe can't argue with the wood, it has to agree with it. So they choose the direction, mark the length, and keep a little extra where mistakes like to happen, letting the block stay calm on the bench. Before any precision, they build a promise. The blank is brought closer to the idea of a clog. Still crude, still forgiving, but no longer random. The goal isn't speed, it's control. Lines and reference points appear just enough to guide the next decisions. In this phase, the workshop feels like a negotiation. Keep strength where it must hold. Remove weight where it would only slow the foot, and leave room for the shape to arrive. Then the rhythm changes. They bring the rough blank to a system that repeats what experience already knows. A pattern and a cutter move together, wood and steel sharing one path, so the outside form becomes consistent without becoming soulless. This is where semi-automatic still feels human. They watch the contact points, listen for stress, and adjust pressure like it matters, because it does. The block begins to look less like lumber and more like footwear. As the outer shape settles in, they refine the silhouette without chasing perfection. A clog isn't meant to be delicate. It's meant to last and to fit the way a working day fits. They soften edges that would wear too fast, keep lines that help the shoe sit right, and make sure the pair belongs together. You can feel the difference between cut and formed here as the surface starts to carry intention. Now comes the part where thickness becomes truth. They hollow the foot section with controlled depth because a millimeter too far turns confidence into risk. The tool does the heavy work, but the judgment stays in their hands. How much to take, where the wood can give, where it must stay firm. The inside space appears gradually like a room being carved out of a single piece, and the clog starts to feel wearable. For the upper interior, they switch back to hand feel. A hollow knife clears what machines can't sense, opening the space so it fits a real foot, not a diagram. They don't chase smoothness for beauty, only for comfort and honest contact. Each pass removes resistance. Each check confirms alignment. By the end of this phase, the clog is no longer just shaped on the outside. It's balanced from within, ready to be finished. The finishing isn't decoration, it's function. They model, scrape, and smooth until the surfaces stop fighting the hand. The curves become deliberate, the sole becomes steady, and the edges become kind to movement. Any working pattern on the surface is there for grip and wear, not for show. This is where the clog becomes dependable, light enough to carry, strong enough to take stress, and clean enough to feel like it belongs.